Hi, thanks for watching my video. So today I decided to build, well, I kind of winged it. I managed to get my hands on the Sims 4 conversion for Katy Perry's Sweet Treats and Showtime, which was in The Sims 3. So I kind of built I tried to make it look like a candy house, but it's like a community lot. It's meant to be like a little restaurant where they can have live music and stuff. So yeah, that's kind of what I went for there. I struggled a bit in the beginning because I was really trying to put like a platform in the middle to use as a stage, but it just wasn't working. So I kind of improvised with that in the end. Over the years, I've watched quite a lot of reviews of Sims games, and I have noticed a bit of a pattern with The Sims 3, which is that whenever, or with the ones I've seen anyway, when YouTubers are ranking packs, usually at the bottom of the YouTubers I've been watching anyway, at the very bottom of the stuff pack list is Sweet Treats, and at the very bottom of the expansion pack list is Katy Perry's Showtime. So the Katy Perry games don't seem to be that well received from the YouTubers I watch anyway. And to be honest, I kind of get it. Like, you know, they're not really packs that you would use all the time. You know, they don't really go with much furniture. You couldn't just build like a normal looking house and then place items from Sweet Treats inside, because it just wouldn't go. Like, the items, in my opinion, are quite cute, but they like, you have to do a candy house or that's it. You know, it doesn't really go with anything else. So, you know, I get that. It's quite limiting using the stuff from this pack. But for me, it is quite a nice novelty. So I've always enjoyed packs like this. I'm a sucker for, you know, any kind of pop-up in general anyway. So love to have a bit of novelty. It was actually quite difficult to get my hands on this. Now, the thing is, you will probably find if you Google it and try to find it yourself, it's not really that easy to find. I think the creator made it quite a while ago. It was converted by Brit Pinky Sims, and so I tried looking for it, and I went to a website. I'm not sure whether it was their website or what it was, but there was like a link to click to download it, and then the website just said, we can't find this page. So in the end, I did manage to find it. It was, I basically just found their file share, which was shared in a forum. So I'll leave a link to the file share. It's basically like all of the files that have been shared by this creator. So if you want it, you can get it on there. But if you look on the file share, it does say, I think it's 2 separate files, one for Sweet Treats and another one for Showtime. But there's a load of other stuff in there as well. So I was pretty pleased I was able to find that, because honestly, I've been looking for this for a few months now. But yeah, anyway, I probably won't talk too much about the build because you can see what I'm doing anyway. In my opinion, it's not the best. You know, I've seen some pretty amazing candy builds. So, you know, mine's not quite the same league, but practice makes perfect. That's what they say. So anyway, I've been watching so much YouTube lately. I mean, that is the story of my life. But to be honest, usually I watch Sims videos or drama channels because I love the drama. I don't really have much drama in my life, which is a good thing. So I just like to, you know, watch other people go through dramatic situations so that I can feel better about myself. But anyway, recently I've got into a new type of YouTube videos which I can't stop watching, which is like which are videos all about scammers. I watch them all the time now. There's this one guy, Jim Browning, I follow him. He basically, he's quite a tech savvy guy, so he will like call up a scammer, and one of the things that they ask for is to get remote access to your computer, and he basically has a way that he can kind of turn it around so he can get access to their computer, see all of their files. He's got a video out where he even managed to like hack himself into their CCTV. So he's like making this documentary about this office in Delhi about these scammers. And then he's also like, they've got no idea. And he's like just showing his audience like the CCTV of them having their lunch, sat at their desks, scamming people on the phone. It's so interesting. So, yeah, it was a bit of an eye-opener. It always makes me sad, which, I mean, go figure, it is quite a sad thing. But, I mean, for me, I kind of feel like it's enough of a worry to make sure I don't get scammed, because even I can be quite gullible at times, and I like to think that, I like to think I've got my head screwed on, but, we all have weaknesses, so I'm always worried that something like that's going to happen to me. But I mainly worry about people like my grandparents, people that might not necessarily like understand. If you've got all of a sudden someone talking to you with lots of technical jargon, I can understand how people can get a little bit intimidated by that and just kind of go with whatever they're being told to, which is so sad that that's a thing. So I would actually encourage you to go and watch some of his videos, and if you do, then you'll probably get links to lots of other videos, because it's quite an eye-opener. Like, it's really educational, and it's very, very funny as well. But yeah, it was just like quite interesting to see how they go about doing things like this. Like, there was one contact centre, well, actually there was like quite a lot of contact centres pretending to be multiple different companies. Like, some might be an IT solutions company where they fix bugs and things. Some were pretending to be like a branch of Microsoft. Some were pretending to be like banking or whatever. So there was one where they were pretending to be Amazon, and what they did was they just sent out like a mass spam email to loads of email addresses that looked like they were from Amazon. Like, the email address that they used was very similar to the legit Amazon email address. And the email would just contain like a receipt just saying thanks for your order of like a plasma screen TV for $500. And obviously, like, some people, when they get that email, would panic because they'll think, why have Amazon just confirmed that I've bought this TV? So they call the number that's in the email, and then of course they're then connected to this office in Delhi, and the customer like explains that they suspect it was fraudulent because they didn't buy the TV, and so the operator on the phone would just say, oh, okay, well, we can fix that. So one of the first things they do is gain like remote access to the customer's computer, and then once they have access to the customer's computer, which, if you don't know, basically means that they can control the customer's computer but the customer can see them. Well, in these contact centres, they're able to, I don't know whether they use a system or how they do it, but they're able to almost kind of have like control over two screens, so that even though they're using the customer's computer, all the customer can see is just a blank screen, and then in the background they're like doing other things. So they'll say to the customer, what can you see? And the customer will just say, oh, I can just see a blank screen, and they'll make up some excuse like, oh, that's the diagnosis, when really they're using the customer's computer to go onto the Amazon website, and then they're typing in the customer's email address and just doing the forgot password, and then obviously they then get the note from Amazon to say, before you change your password, we're going to send you a PIN to your email address. So then while the operator is on the phone to the customer, they'll say to the customer, we can issue you a refund, but first off I just need to ask you a security question, so I'm going to send you a PIN. And then of course the customer reads to the agent the PIN that they've just received from Amazon. The agent can then get into the customer's account and buy themselves some gift cards. There was also like a banking scam where they would send customers emails saying that they were due a refund, and then the customer would call up, and again they would gain like dual control over the customer's computer, and they would basically like take money out of the customer's savings account, transfer it into their current account, so that when they go into their current account it looks like they've just been given money. And then they'll make up some story about how they were over refunded by mistake, and that if the customer doesn't pay back the overpayment, then the police will be involved, and so the customer is then kind of tricked into giving over their actual bank details. It's like, it's so crazy. So yeah, I mean, that doesn't really have anything to do with Sims videos, but to be honest, if I can give any advice right now, it would be to invest your time into watching scamming videos, because it's like, it's good to be aware of these things. I think after I watched it, the first thing I did was message my grandparents and said, you need to watch all of this because it might help. But so just briefly onto the build again. So you saw the downstairs with the little like stage area and the tables and chairs. The upstairs is basically just the bathroom, the kitchen, and a little bar area where Sims can go and have their favourite drinks or their favourite cocktails, you know, whatever they like. Anyway, I think I've rambled on enough at this point, so yeah, I'll just end it here by saying thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.